What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys with another video today. In today's video, I want to talk about the top 3 card games. Well, realistically, 2 of the top 3 card games. Magic the Gathering, and of course, our game, YuGiOh. I'll probably do another video another time for our Pokemon. Pokemon's a whole different beast, but the top 2 card games are Magic, right over here, and then you see YuGiOh right over here. This is done on purpose. You don't see Magic, Dragon Ball Super, Card Vanguard, then YuGiOh, Pokemon, and any other dead card games. By the way, there's tons of them over here. Go over here to more. There's tons of them over here. Tons, literally. Future Card Buddy Fight, World of Warcraft trading card game, which is a dead card game. Transformers TCG, My Little Pony, Munchkin. These aren't on the top bar. See Magic, the YuGiOh. That's what you see. And not for nothing, my friends over playing Argent Saga. Your game is dying. Your game does not make top bar. Not a good sign. Anyway, looking over Magic the Gathering YuGiOh, I want to talk about why I think not only is YuGiOh doing better, but how YuGiOh will ultimately take over the #1 spot as the #1 trading card. Almost no doubt in my mind, this is going to happen. I think Magic the Gathering is a great company. I think they have a lot of good ideas, but those good ideas with a great company is getting overshadowed by all the bad ideas with all the bad people at that company that's just taking it down brick by brick by brick. Whereas YuGiOh is constant. The game is constantly evolving, changing, growing, and also allowing YuGiOh players to have access to cards with a ton of great reprints. For anyone that doesn't know about reprints in YuGiOh, it does sound like the game is just killing its own secondary market consistently. But in reality, it's making cards that were once hard to buy more affordable, so those who do not have a huge wallet can play the game at a more competitive level. It's actually a great thing for reprints of this game. A phenomenal thing. Something that Magic the Gathering has recently started adapting not long ago, making reprints for the card game. They have a reserve set list, which is basically, if you don't guys know, it's a list of cards that they'll never hit. They're gonna hit. The company needs money. Hasbro is losing money. They need money. And when they need money, they force Magic the Gathering to do some really bad things, like make ultimate super duper alternate art sets, and we'll talk about that in a second. There was recently an article brought out about YuGiOh vs Magic the Gathering, which is the ultimate trading card game, and it goes over a bunch of things and a lot of great points for both games, by the way, real quick, I play all 3 trading card games. I love all 3 trading card games, but I'm not stupid enough to sit there, look at the camera, look at you guys, and say, oh yeah, Magic the Gathering, they're doing just fine. The game is suffering because the company's divulging its attention to something else, which I'll get to in this video. And this is going to make YuGiOh the #1 trading card game because Magic wants to go digital. Once again, I'll talk about that in a second. When you go all the way down to the video, by the way, the article, you can see it over here, which is the game you prefer. 56% for YuGiOh, 39% for Magic the Gathering, 3% for Pokemon, 2% other. This is out of 3,410 people that voted in this poll. You move over here and you see there's a 40% collapse in the player base of Magic the Gathering. In fact, if you go to any other articles on any other websites about Magic the Gathering, they will love to talk about the 2012 and beyond that. They don't want to move forward from 2012. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're not in 2012. We're in 2019. Anyway, looking over it, the game's had a significant growth from 2012 to 2014, and a significant drop. We know this drop because this guy, Mark Rosewater, kind of works with them. And he said, oh yeah, the game dropped significantly. In fact, anyway, and not only the game dropped, but out of the current 12 million players, 25% of them are females. Well, Mark, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but I'm not sure if you've ever been to a Magic the Gathering card shop or locals, LGS. I have. I've been to a bunch of them, actually. I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video has been to a bunch of them. There aren't 25% females anywhere in there. Now, Magic, Wizard of the Coast, Hasbro, what do you want to call it, has had some real big issues in the past with politics and adding their leftist political ideology into the trading card game. Another thing that Konami 100% does not do. We do not see this in YuGiOh. There is no politics being thrown in there. There is no, like, hitting a minority or diversity quota in YuGiOh. It does not exist in our card game. But if you play Magic the Gathering, if you definitely play competitively, you definitely see it in there. One of the guys, John Finkel, was talking about a Magic the Gathering arena and how he couldn't really play it as much. He's probably, I guess he changed his tone. I mean, You most likely change your tone when some money's thrown at you when you're sponsored by the company. But he does this little thing. He, him. That's his little pronoun. This is one of my favorite plays, by the way, in Magic the Gathering. I actually like this player a lot. He's a phenomenal player. And he uses little he, him pronoun. Once again, it's political ideologies being thrown into a card game that does not need it. It does not. You just don't need it. You're like, oh, this is a great card game. You know what? I hate Trump. And you're like, bro, we're playing cards. But this is what they do. And this is what the whole underlying tone of Magic the Gathering is about. It always goes back to that, by the way. It just is what it is. And it's very unfortunate, you know. Then they say they have over 35 million players. Previously 20 was the quoted number, which we know was not true. It's 12, as Mark Roseworth said. 35 million players to date, by the way, is the key phrase in this statement. 35 million players to date means everyone who signed up and got the little Kasi ID card, that counts as a player, active player. And that's the big difference between Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. Yu-Gi-Oh! Will say their number of players. In fact, they tell us Throne is their exact number of players. I actually forgot it, but I have it in one of the things they sent us. How many players they have, depending on the region. And those are active players. Those are players who are getting up, grabbing their deck box, and going to the LGS and playing in an event, showing that they're pinging on the system that they're playing in that event. Magic the Gathering doesn't do that. They say we have 12 million players. Well, after everything's said and done, after you corner their stupid whole rhetoric. 12 million players, and you go, okay, show us your 12 million players. Well, we have registered 12 million players, so we have 12 million players. All right. Now, let's put this into some perspective. How many of those players did not play in your events? And then they just go, we have 12 million players. See, it's right there. Kasi ID to Bill Buttlicker. That's his Kasi ID. There he is right there. Registered and everything. That's an active player. It's going from an MTG. Realistically, they don't. They don't announce active players. They play these little games where these little word games to make themselves sound bigger. We have 35 million players a date since we came out of inception of the card game back in the 90s. Sorry, that's not how this works. You either have players or you don't have players. By that numeral metric, versus system is still pumping out players. Am I right? No. They have active players and they have players that don't play. And those active players, they don't. That's what's basically happening. Now, one of the good things about Magic the Gathering is multiple formats. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Slowly starting to do this with like speed duels. And I really wish they really put more care and consideration to their alternate formats. It's actually very important to do that in order to grow them up. Like Magic the Gathering has done. They've done a great job. I mean, they have so many formats. Standard, Modern, Pioneer, Pauper, Legacy, Vintage, Penny Dreadful, Commander 111, Commander, Brawl, Arena, Standard. Isn't that great? Yes and no. You see, I liked the formats when it was Standard, Modern, Pauper. Not a big fan of Legacy and Vintage, but I understood it. Commander, and that was it. You keep adding multiple formats. You keep adding different ways to play the card game. You're not going to really get that many players playing each one of these formats. In fact, you have some locals that might not have any of the formats running besides Standard and Modern, which are the two popular formats, and Casual Commander. Those are the three main ones. You go fourth, you're gonna get Pauper, and that's it. Realistically, you got many locals where they're like, hey boys, you want to play with Legacy decks? I mean, you know, $3,000 decks, or you know, you got the really high-end Magic Gathering players. They're like, hey, you want to play $34,000 vintage deck? Like you don't really have this, except like very small areas of player base pockets that do this, but it's insanely small. Then you got Magic the Gathering Wizard of the Coast selling their own product to you, the players, on Amazon. Imagine Konami was like, hey, you can buy a booster box from your LGS, you can buy it off eBay, or you could just buy it from us. Amazon Prime, baby, next day shipping. Come at me, bro. You want a box? I'll get it to you early for a box out new set. No, I'm not even joking. This is by the company. They're selling their own product, skipping the LGS, who I thought they needed to sell their product. There's right there. Click on Magic the Gathering. All the newest, hottest things. Oh, look at that. Oh, great. Look at all this great stuff that you can buy directly from the company. Card stores? Fuck those guys. Am I right, fellas? Think of my good old friend Rudy from Alpha Investments, who some people like him, some people don't like him. I like Rudy. He entertains me. Some of the things he definitely says is absolutely wrong. But then again, Rudy's a Magic guy, so anything else that's not Magic, I just go, okay, Rudy, that's fun. Shut up, please. You don't know. He usually did a video talking about Dragon Ball Super and how the game's dead, and I did that video about, I don't know, January of last year, but you know, doing videos. But he is a very smart Magic the Gathering guy, and I honestly do like Rudy a lot. I think he's a very intelligent guy. So intelligent, Rudy saw this little selling Magic the Gathering sealed product, selling it on Amazon and going, 97? I could beat that. Join my Patreon, I'll sell you the booster box for cheaper. Fuck the LGSs, by the way. But you could buy it from me. I buy booster boxes sealed in bulk. Join my Patreon. By the way, sold out of the $10 memberships. 136 of the $15 remaining. Oh, more levels? I didn't even notice that. Oh yeah, a couple of levels. 3,600 Patreons. Over 3,600 Patreons. Sign up with me, and I would definitely sell you booster boxes cheaper than Amazon, who's already butt fucking the store. Don't worry about those stores. No big deal. You got Magic the Gathering Arena. What's that? That's digital Magic the Gathering. Now, I will say, from a company standpoint, this is very smart. They're diversifying. They're getting players that play physical Magic the Gathering, that don't want to go deal with those 25% woman players. Am I right? So many of them, and they're playing online. Well, yes and no. I mean, Magic the Gathering Arena is very fun to play online. I played it. I enjoy it actually. But this kills the LGS experience. Not only does it kill the LGS experience, usually you players will used to get excited, get ready, and go and play at the locals for like a sneak preview or pre-release, they call them, of a new set. But you could do all of that from the comfort of your keyboard, computer, and stay at home. You never need to leave your house, and you can play the new set from home. I don't know about that. I'm not a big fan of that. Hearthstone is losing players, as we know they are, because, you know, Blizzard, another company that's just such a great company, is fumbling everything, literally everything. Magic Gathering is definitely stabilizing in their Hearthstone, which is the direction they kind of want to go. In fact, go online right now. Right now, as of Friday of this video, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they have about 8,000 players on their platform, and it is doing very good. They now have commentators commentating on all their Magic Gathering. They also have my MTGO online, which also counts now for the actual platform. This is Magic Gathering Arena, and this is MTCGO. There's 2 different platforms of the game, 2 different card bases, by the way. You got cards here. You can't transfer any of these, and yeah, that counts for streaming. But since combining that, they are beating Hearthstone. To be honest with you, I think both games are pretty atrocious. I do play them though. I do enjoy them. But if I want to play competitive card games, I build a deck. I go to my LGS and I play, or I go to regionals, or for Grand Prix, or whatever they want to call them for Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic and anything else. So, one thing Magic Gathering did also is make a booster box. Imagine Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh! We have a booster box of Rising Rampage, and Konami said, okay guys, now we have Rising Rampage Collector's Edition. Another way to buy more cards. And you're like, all right, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, it does. Just a lot more money though. A lot more money. Then they have Rising Rampage Collector's Edition Deluxe Collection. Well, you could spend more money and get that as well. And you're like, oh, okay. I mean, you're just basically triple charging me for the same exact product, but you're just changing artwork and you're trying to, okay, fine, okay, I'll do that. Then they go, hey, do you want Yu-Gi-Oh! Ponies Edition? Now, I will say, Wizards of the Coast in their defense is doing this since going to charity, which I think is awesome. Anything that goes to charity, I'm all for. Ponies? It was, you know, any other card game will look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Players and say, those Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are immature. You lose that right today, Wizards of the Coast. That right is forfeit. I mean, it was already gone. I already knew, and I'm sorry people already knew that it was bronies, which is grown-up men who like cartoon girl pony shows. We already knew that. But this? That's it. I like playing Magic Gathering a lot, and I'll tell you right now, no, that's not happening, my guy. And then they have Mythic Edition, another version of the set. You got a set comes out, it's really nice. Well, here's a Mythic Edition. You see what I'm saying? It's one box that is diversifying it in different rarities within that one set. And we do it a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! But what I'm trying to do, like I said at the beginning of the video, is watch how Magic Gathering is doing it in their card game. Well, going back to the beginning of this video, the company's still losing money. So what are they going to do? They're going to put more emphasis on the online digital card game and less emphasis on the LG. Less emphasis on the card store. And it's going to ultimately lower the numbers of Magic the Gathering sales for physical Magic the Gathering cards. So do you think this game's gonna die? Absolutely not. It's a great, it is a great card game. But I do think with the nuances of leftist politics, the nuances of them moving to digital, the nuances of them selling cards on Amazon.com, direct from the company, screwing over the LGS, most card stores are not going to want to stand there and deal with this. They don't want to be competitive versus the company that they're promoting on Amazon with next day shipping, by the way. They don't want to deal with that. So what are they going to do? Well, look over here. Once again, it's Magic the Gathering, and then there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Here's my prediction. It's very simple. As LGSs keep getting screwed over and over and over and over and over and over again by Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, Magic the Gathering, they're gonna find another card game. What's number 2? Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's go. Some will go and play Pokemon. Some will go and get involved in Pokemon. But a little side note for anyone that also forgot about this, Wizards of the Coast used to grab other card games. And they used to take a card game, and what they would do is they go, okay, I got the card game, and they'll try to grab those players and make them Magic the Gathering players, and then kill the card game. They've done it to multiple card games. It's not like something that's weird for everybody. We all know this. If you look online, you can see it. One of the card games was Pokemon. They murdered Pokemon. Nintendo bought it back for a cheap price, and well, Nintendo or Pokemon Company, whatever you want to call it, in their defense, they have risen the game up phenomenally. They've done a great job at that. But Pokemon is nowhere near as popular as Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not even close. We're not talking about the same card game. You're not even in the same ballpark, okay? You're nowhere near it. Though I will say Pokemon does have great attendance. Pokemon has a lot of great events, but that's all it goes. Pokemon has regionals, but their regionals are 20? 25? Yu-Gi-Oh! Has about 5 regionals a week, every weekend. The Pokemon also has cups, but that's done at LGSs. And they range, averaging about, I'm gonna say 30 players. And that's me being very generous to the game. Once again, it's a phenomenal card game. Magic Gathering definitely has a lot more bigger events like Grand Prix, which companies like Star City Games and Channel Fireball have admitted that they're not making money and they're losing money as Wizards of the Coast is continuously fucking them over, the LGS over, pushing everybody to digital because they don't have to spend any money to make a physical card. To make a digital card, they don't have to spend not a penny on that. It takes a little bit of coding, and they can resell it over and over and over again as the company continues to make more and more and more money. So once again, I don't think Pokemon can be something that's likely for a card store. I think current card stores that are doing Magic the Gathering are definitely looking for other ways to diversify their income, as Wizards of the Coast, Rudy, and everybody else is just stabbing and murdering the LGS stores. And I think they're all gonna focus on Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm telling you right now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is definitely growing. It's habitually growing more and more and more and more and more. It's getting involved in more and more LGSs, and it wouldn't be a matter of time before we see Yu-Gi-Oh! Be the #1 trading card game, Magic the Gathering be the #1 digital card game, as Blizzard screws over Hearthstone yet again and again and again, and players get sick and tired of that and play Magic the Gathering Arena, which once again is a phenomenal card game. But Yu-Gi-Oh! I think will inevitably be the #1 trading card game, and I'm okay with this. I think Konami definitely has a lot of problems, by the way. Konami became #1 today. They'd be faced with more amplified issues as more players will be looking at them under a microscope even more. We'll do about declining sales on pachinko machines. And that's for another, I'll probably discuss that in another video, but I'll just go over it. They have declining sales on pachinko machines, so declining money they're gonna be earning from pachinko machines. So they move forward to sponsoring people and that's where Konami comes to sponsoring Yu-Gi-Tubers, which is dangerous and good at the same time. And the fact that Konami has atrocious price support, and Magic and Pokemon definitely have infinitely better price support. But overall, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Gives a better experience to the player. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Community is definitely better. My Zodiac Duelist, the Facebook group, is definitely better than anybody else. And I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is much more enjoyable of a card game, as Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can easily play it, as new Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can easily get involved, with the community being more open to getting new players to play the game, and as store owners wanting to find new sources of income, can easily turn to Yu-Gi-Oh! Easily do this. So that's my take on Magic Gathering versus Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Magic's still gonna do good, just not physical anymore. I think it's gonna die out. I think there'll still be players playing. I think the Magic Gathering will definitely swap here with Yu-Gi-Oh! Eventually, and still be a top contending trading card game, even though it's not really being enforced as a trading card game. But ultimately, it would be Yu-Gi-Oh! That will stand the test of time, and it will be Yu-Gi-Oh! That's gonna continue to be the best card game around. And to be honest with you, it is already. Most people playing Magic the Gathering are upset with the game and upset with the direction. the stale formats, the multiple formats, the multiple stale formats, buying directly and screwing over the card store owner. Because let's be honest, the card store owner used to be able to sell a booster box of a set for $120. Now, to be kind of relevant, they got sold for $100, and that's still a couple of dollars more than a $98 shipped to your home from Amazon by the company Wizard of the Coast, or going to Rudy and dealing with him and buying stuff from him. Once again, smart move for Rudy, very smart move, hard move for the company and for all the players, but that's what happens in Magic the Gathering. And if you want to know about Magic the Gathering content creators, oh my god, let me tell you about those guys. They are all cutthroat. In fact, I reached out to a couple of them a long while ago and got zero response. Why? I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh content creator, not a Magic the Gathering content creator, and that is the truth of it. They can't increase their presence on YouTube with Yu-Gi-Oh. No, us guys are gonna go play Magic. The ones that are playing Magic are already there, and they are being bought out by Wizard of the Coast. Shield is the exact words. In fact, a good guy, Travis Wu, please check him out on YouTube. Very smart guy, a lot of great advice. One of the things he says the minute he stopped being affiliated with Wizard of the Coast, his first video topic was, I no longer have to shill for Magic the Gathering. Because that's what you do when a company runs you. And they tell you what to do, what to say, what to do, what to not like, what to like. They tell you what everything. And top Magic guy content creators go against other Magic content creators that play Magic but aren't with Wizard of the Coast. It's a fact. We already have one great instance on here. It's a pretty big instance, and maybe I'll do another video talking about it in the future, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Use my TCG play link below if you want to buy some Magic the Gathering cards, or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or Pokemon cards. Once again, I play all these 3 card games. I really do enjoy them a lot, but you gotta be honest when you play these card games. You gotta be honest in the atmosphere of the game that you're entering in. You gotta know the good and bad, and you gotta accept the game for what it is and play and enjoy for what it is. And that's ultimately what comes down to Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. These are also great, phenomenal card games. But Yu-Gi-Oh is gonna be #1. If it's not already, by the way. If Yu-Gi-Oh said all players minus registered players, I think those numbers would be, active players. I think the numbers would be vastly different, and maybe those two will switch already. But we'll leave it as is right now, because I think Magic the Gathering still is a dominating game, just digitally. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos. You Paisanos have a great day.